Beans, potatoes. Aren't you missing the main ingredient? A big leg of lamb?
I've already called the butcher. He's ready for us to pick it up.
Okay.
And we need to go via the diner. I need to pick up dessert.
You're going all out, aren't you?
Yep. And I'm cooking the roast just the way Pop used to. Thanks for coming with me to get it all. Are you sure you're all right to carry groceries?
Oh, well, I made it over here, didn't I? Anyway, I had to get out of the house. Things have been kind of tense lately between me and Lucas.
Yeah, because you both feel bad about what happened.
Well, I'm the one who didn't get to play in the grand final.
But your knee's getting better, right?
Yeah, but... Sorry. Yeah.
Do you ever just wish that we stayed on the farm?
It's not really like Pop gave us much choice, did he?
Well, I know what he did was crazy and wrong, but I still miss him. And I know he wasn't really aiming. He would never shoot at us or Tony.
That's no excuse.
I miss our home.
If he wants to apologise, I'll listen. Until then, he's on his own.
But I'm worried about him. Being out there all alone with no one to take care of him, cook for him, or make sure he even takes his medicine.
Yeah, okay, I'm worried about him too, but what can we do?
Well, for starters, we could check on him.
No, Annie, he doesn't want to see us. Okay, you're not going over there and that's final.
Geoff needed a hand, Dad. You couldn't just turn your back on him.
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's about time Lucas got over the problem with him.
And he just drove off. All right, look, just stay in the ute until Irene gets there, OK? All right, bye, love.
Martha's safe then?
Yeah, she's fine. She's pretty shaken up. Tell you what I want to know is why that flaming mongrel's out of jail anyway. I mean, if he was released, why the hell weren't we told?
Oh, if I had my way, he'd be behind bars for good. All those dreadful things that he and that awful Mama Rose did to poor Tasha and to Martha.
Has something happened to Martha?
No, everything's under control.
Oh, I don't suppose you've heard of a mob called the Believers, have you?
In church?
Yeah, Reverend Hall mentioned them in the sermon at church. They ran a cult around here, right?
Yeah, horrible, evil people they were. They lured away one of our local girls and, well, what they did was shameful. And then they tried to hook poor Martha in too.
All right. There's no need to frighten the living daylights out of the kids.
Is Irene here?
She's gone out to help Martha, but they'll be fine. Don't you worry, OK? It's all right. Tell you what, if that flaming Jonah so much as breathes on Martha, he'll wish he'd never been born.
Wow, that looks fantastic, love.
I think I cooked it in long enough.
Do you want me to carve it?
Where did you become such a good chef, eh?
From making one every Sunday with Pop, right, Annie? Every week we'd have a roast lamb for lunch, and I swear you could smell from all the way down in the paddock. It was so good. Annie, this is perfect. See, I told you can make one without Pop.
Yeah, you all right, girlie?
I shouldn't have said all that stuff about Pop. I better go check on her, Irene.
I knew there was something wrong.
Well, I'll drop by again this morning, and if he's home, I'll set up a time for you to visit.
Don't bother. We don't want to see him. Annie, why did you get Reverend Hall involved?
Well, Annie's worried about your grandfather, Geoff, and frankly, so am I.
He can look after himself.
He's looked after the both of you for years.
And that excuses what he's done to us?
Well, you know what the Bible says about forgiveness, Geoff.
Yeah. It says you have to ask for it. I mean, it says you have to look into your soul and take responsibility for what you've done. We're still waiting for him to ask.
And it also says do unto others as you would have them do to you. How long are you going to wait to forgive your Pop? Months? Years? He's an old man, he's not very well. You really want to turn this into a battle of wills?
I'm not the one with the problem.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I'll let you know when I speak to him.
I hope you don't mind me dropping you for lunch.
Yeah, as long as you don't want milk in your tea. Geoff used it all up at breakfast and didn't bother replacing it.
Look, I told you I was sorry, okay? I just got stuff going on at the moment.
Yeah, we've all got stuff going on, but that doesn't stop the rest of us from functioning like normal human beings.
What did you want him to do, Lucas? Go milk a cow? Would that make you happy? I'm so sick of you two fighting.
Reverend Hall.
One of your classmates said I'd find you here.
Did you end up going out to the farm?
Yeah, I did. And your grandfather wasn't answering the door again, but this time I let myself in.
So was he all right?
No. From what I can gather, he hasn't been eating properly, and he hasn't kept up his medication.
So where is he now?
Well, I ran him into hospital. They're going to keep him in for the afternoon and run some tests.
Whoa, hold up. Annie, no, you're not going there.
We let this happen. We could have helped him and we did nothing.
No, it's not our fault.
I don't care whose fault it is. He needs us.
Look, I know this is none of my business,
Yeah,
but
you're right, okay? It's not. So why don't you stay out of it?
because I care about your sister.
Look, Lucas, it's got nothing to do with you. Back off!
You stop it. You can't tell me what to do. I'm old enough to make my own decisions now. I'm not a little kid anymore. I don't care what you say. I'm going to the hospital to see Pop. Are you coming with me or not? So has he had a heart attack? Because Reverend Hall says he hasn't been taking his pills.
No, look, it's nothing that serious, okay? But I am concerned his condition has deteriorated since we last saw him. His blood pressure's dangerously low. Your granddad can't go on like this. If he doesn't look after himself, he's going to need someone to look after him on a daily basis.
Are you happy now?
Oh, you know I never meant for anything like this to happen.
Look, the hospital can provide support services, okay? We'll talk more about that before your granddad goes home.
Can we see him now?
Yeah, he's through there.
Don't you dare say anything to upset him. How are you feeling?
I'd be a lot better off if I wasn't stuck in here.
The doctor said you haven't been looking after yourself.
I've got work to do. The farm doesn't run itself.
Okay. If you're trying to make us feel guilty, you should remember why you're running it on your own.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Well, maybe I've got something to say to you. Look at your problem. You look awful.
That's none of your concern.
What about the farm? There's no way you can run the stock by yourself anymore.
It's a bit late for you to start worrying about the stock, isn't it?
You need help.
The Lord will provide. He always does. You and your sister made the choice to leave. Now you've got to live with it.
It wasn't our choice. And it doesn't mean we don't still care about what happens to you. I mean, Annie's miserable. She misses you. You can have what you want, Pop. Annie and I can move back home and help you. But you gotta let us go to school. Let me play football, give Annie time to make some friends. Not punish us by making us work like slaves.
Look, you made it quite clear you're not interested in that farm. You don't deserve it.
Pop.
That's why I've made other arrangements.
What sort of arrangements?
I've hired someone to help me.
Who?
Excuse me, Mr. Campbell. I got your message.
This is Michael. He's the new farmhand.